Greetings and many great hellos, this is Cottonmouth255, the Spore Serpent, and I'm bringing you more Monster Hunter Tri-Ultimate. First and foremost, I apologize. Last time I recorded, the battery died just after the Legiacris fight, I think it was. So I'm recording something entirely new here. We're just continuing where we left off, so it's not that much big of a deal. Second, I'm just throwing this out here for the heck of it. If I seem in an unusually good mood, it's because earlier I had a bit of depression and guilt going on inside of me because I felt that I really disappointed my friends, and in particular my blood sister, and I just don't like disappointing them. It just depresses me when I do, but I listened to the Monster Hunter Tri-Ultimate Arena battle theme, and that really lifted my spirits, so it's impossible to stay in a bad mood when you're listening to that, folks. So, I'm just throwing that out there. Okay, so we dealt with Legiacris, and everyone's happy, but it'll be back. Yep, I cut off its tail. I think I broke one of its claws, and I might have scarred its chest, but I can't be sure. And of course, the hunting fleet is all back. It's connected again. The man with the shanties, matey. And what the hell are these guys doing? Seriously. Like such fools. Extra healthy grade A milk. So, yet another villager request. And I didn't get the opportunity to go grinding during the weekend. Or during the week, so I'm at the exact same level as when we fought off the Legiacris, but we have new quests available, and I'm going to be going with the Ludroth Stash. You know what, I'm going to be going with this one, the Numbing Bird. Literally, that's what it's called, the Numbing Bird. See what they did there? It's made not only from Kuru Peko feathers, but also from gobble parts, so you can just imagine what this hammer does. And with a name like Numbing Bird, you can also kind of imagine. Now, what have we got? Okay. Feline Specialist. That's what I need to increase this hammer's damage. Believe me, if you were on my hate list, you would be right behind Taka the Vengeful Gobble. Right behind him. Okie dokie. New quests, and we're going to be cutting right to the chase. Dragon Lady. Hunt a Rathian at last. Egad, I'd heard rumors of Rathian sightings, but I never thought they'd be true. That thing's way too tough for my blood. Any warriors worth their swords out there, I beseech you, save our village. I have a sinking feeling I didn't put away my items from last quest. Oh well. I mean, the only thing we got from that quest was like a single item from the Lagiacrus's tail. Yeah, antidote. Gonna need those. I know the Rathian's introductory cutscene in this game is in Area 3. I personally think it should have been in Area 8, and it should have been more like its introductory cutscene in Monster Hunter Portable 3rd. I saw a video of it, and it looked pretty neat, where the Rathian swoops into her nest and chases away a few Jaggies, so I thought that should have been in this game. But no, they're keeping the old Monster Hunter Tri introductory cutscene, so without further ado, recognize that familiar face, Monster Hunter veterans? That's the Rathian, Queen of the Land. And since she appeared in Monster Hunter Tri, she's gotten an update from Monster Hunter Freedom Unite. And I just love that. It's pretty neat seeing how they've updated such an old monster. Such a classic. Speaking of classics, just listen to that roar. Okay, Rathian, the Queen of the Land. Latin name is Wyverns Supremus Supremus, and that means totally supreme wyvern. Which is fitting because this wyvern, as I mentioned many times before, is known as the Queen of the Land. Even though she is the Queen of the Land, Rathian has quite a few attacks that she uses when she attacks from the air. Now, I'm using a hammer only because I don't have a suitable cutting weapon to use just yet, so I have to deal with bashing her face instead of aiming for the tail and trying to cut it off like I usually do. Yeah, recently I became quite adept at using the hammer on Rathian. Okay, so the Wyvern Queen's attacks are quite deadly. She has the standard Wyvern attacks, a charge, a bite, and a tail whip. And sorry, that attack wasn't dramatic enough, but that fire attack that she just used was like a super cluster bomb that spreads into several different fireballs. I probably didn't do a very good job of explaining it, so here it is now. Okay, Rathian's other attacks are quite unique, unlike in Monster Hunter Freedom Unite, where they were basically the standard Wyvern moves. She now has like a Talon attack that you just saw right there. She also has the aforementioned Cluster Bomb, and she also has that backflip attack. And the backflip is particularly deadly because she hits you with her tail, and at the end of her tail is a cluster of poisonous barbs. So if you get hit with the tail, you will become poisoned. Of course, being a giant dragon-like creature, Rathian can spit fireballs. So isn't that just welcome? So I'd recommend fire-resistant armor. In other words, not the armor I'm using. Now, when Rathian gets enraged... she will back up into the sky. And she also has a greater likelihood of doing the attack she just did there. And that attack is like a quick jab with her talons. And I'll probably show this off later, but what that quick jab does is pin you to the ground. Also, when she's enraged, she has a better chance of charging at you 3 times in a row. Now that was her cluster bomb again. Don't ask me why they changed the animation for Monster Hunter Tri. I personally thought it was a lot cooler back then, when she would take these 2 giant steps backward, and then release the fireball. But no, all she does, like, spread her wings and angle her head weirdly. I don't know why Capcom did these things. It doesn't make any sense to me. Especially the Talon dive attack. Instead of just slamming her talons into the ground, she used to fly way up into the air and then swoop down. Okay, enough complaints. She's low on stamina. And when she's low on stamina, she becomes completely unable to use her fireballs. Which makes it a lot safer to hit her head. See? No fireball. Come on. Come on now. Looks like she killed a Benahabra with that pathetic flame of hers. Not only can she do the backflip from the ground, but she can also do it from the air. And ironically, even though she's the queen of the land, that backflip is a lot deadlier when she uses it in the air because you can't see it coming. Oh, come on. Also worth mentioning, when she's low on stamina, she'll trip and fall to the ground. Just like in Monster Hunter Freedom Unite. Okay, so whether or not you're using a hammer, Rathian's weak spot is the head. If you are using a hammer, you want to aim for nothing else. Yep. And that is her pin attack. And unfortunately I didn't bring dung bombs. So I'm like button mashing like a madman, trying to break free, and there we go, I broke free before she got to do any major damage. When she does that attack, it will actually restore her stamina, so you want to watch out for that. Okay, now what are you doing, Rathian? Oh, I see what you're doing, you're limping! See, if you know how to handle Rathian, the Queen of the Land is no trouble at all. Tips for survival: watch out for her charge, which will come out spontaneously. Watch out for her backflip and her cluster bomb. And hit the head. Okay, you haven't seen this yet, but this hammer inflicts paralysis. Come on, finish her. There we go, paralysis. And there we go. The Queen of the Land dead in just over 5 minutes. I like using the hammer against Rathian now. I think it's my best weapon to use against her. I used to like using the switch axe more. Stupid Jaggies. Rathian shell. I know I need Rathian parts for some of my weapons. And a Rathian scale. Stupid Jaggy. Opa, check out cha-cha-cha. Cha-cha-cha. Yeah, cha-cha. That was unexpected. Okay, so that was a nice refreshing fight, especially for you old Monster Hunter players. If you haven't played Monster Hunter Tri, Monster Hunter Portable 3rd, or Monster Hunter Tri Ultimate, Rathian will definitely present a new challenge. Okay, what do we have? Rathian Scale. Whoa! Monster Bone Plus already? I thought these are high rank items. That's insane. Rathian Spike. That means I'll be able to upgrade some of my weapons much earlier than I anticipated. Flame Sack, Monster Bone Plus, Flame Sack. Wow, that's unexpected. Monster Bone L, Wyvern Fang, and Rathian Shell. Dancing Queen has been added to the gallery. So, as usual, I'm going to stop and start the recording. I will see you all in just a few seconds.